Twisting copies. Got a flight of 2810s at Angels 10, call sign Dragon 15. They are pushing 15 clicks northwest of our position to check out a possible column of armor at that location. Are you familiar with the airfield?
CEST 2-1, that's affirmative.
We are located just south of the control tower with multiple vehicles marked by IR strobes.
CEST 2-1 is visual your position.
Roger. I'd like you to push north and attempt to get your pod on that same area. Again, that's 15 kilometers northwest of the airfield. Stay at Angels 1A and over.
CEST copies.
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Armored Warfare. This is Tanks for the Mammeries, and today we're going to be talking about the new Lords of War mode in Armored Warfare. I am on the public test server here, as you can see in the garage, and I just want to kind of give you a brief overview of what it's all about and then talk about one of the games that I played yesterday, or show you one of the games that I played yesterday. And this, again, is on the public test server at this time. It is undergoing evaluation. This is Lords of War Season 0, and they're going to take the feedback from this as well as, you know, the bug reports and things like that and try and work out a way to move forward with this. If you go and download the public test server, you will be able to participate in this. You will have all of the tanks up to tier 10 unlocked, and you will be able to get into matches. So basically, as you can see here, I have you will be able to use your existing credentials to log into the test server. So what you need to do is go to the I'm seeing, and it's essentially, you know, the garage. I did not buy premium time and or gold to do the test server. You can do that if you want. I haven't done it. Um, you will see a garage that has all the tanks in the game in it. Everything that they have so far, as you can see scrolling across the bottom of my screen, from the M113 Armored Personnel Carrier Tier 1 all the way up to Tier 10, the XM1A3. So you have the opportunity to use all these. You have the same normal crew that you have for all the vehicles that you start out with. So you've got Sabrina, and you've got the other dude, and you've got Philip here. So you have those commanders. I could buy this guy if I want to. Victor, I'll go ahead and buy Victor. So anyway, you start out with these guys, and you can put them in the tanks as you wish, like you would normally, and as you play the games, you will be able to rank these guys up with additional skills and things like that. Same with the vehicles. You start out with a basic vehicle with nothing on it at each tier, and you can go through, and as you play, and as you can see, it's a ×9 for the first game. So as you play each of the vehicles, you will accumulate reputation and free reputation, as well as you start out with 27 million credits or something like that. So you start out with a lot of credits. You start out with 0 reputation, and as you play, you will begin to accumulate significant reputation, so you can go ahead and unlock the vehicles, unlock the upgrades, retrofits, and things like that. So that's how it works. So what's going to happen when you get in here, if you want to play, and the only reason I think at this point you should be downloading the public test server, there's 2 reasons. One is if you would like to play some of these higher tier vehicles that you do not have not unlocked, or have not spent the grind on yet. If you want to see how they are, to determine, for example, if you're in, you know, you're right there at tier 9 and you have the opportunity to unlock a tier 10 and you're not sure which tier 10 you want to unlock, this is a good way for you to get in here and actually play some of these tanks before you have to unlock them. So that's one reason. The other reason is for using the public CEST server is only to play the Lords of War. The PvP and the PvE, you can do that on your regular game. Why even bother to come in here and do this on this one? So anyway, we will take a look at the Lord of War mode in just a second. Your garage is you will come to mode, change mode, and you will go to Lords of War. That will bring up this map right here. And as you can see, we have two maps open. There's 23 days, 15 hours, and 4 minutes left in this season, which is up here on this side. You can play it either as on a team with your friends or in solo mode. And it's got a world map here, as you can see, with all of the different maps on it sort of in different places around the world. And the blue ones are not open for you to play. You can't play those yet. This one, for example, Roughneck, is a Tier 7 match. It will open in 21 hours and 4 minutes. These are the team, the people who are leading in the season for this map. And you can see the daily, weekly, monthly. At this point, it is Get Good. If you come over here to this Tier 4, again, you can see the team win streaks on the map, and you can see the record win streaks there. Same with Cold Strike. So essentially what you have is each map is a tier battle, so you can only choose vehicles in that tier. And it's open for a certain period of time. You can see when it opens right now, for example. This one closes in 1 hour and 3 minutes, so you can play it as many times as you want within that 1 hour and 3 minute period that's remaining. You can play it 20 times if you can get to it 20 times. You'll be using nothing but Tier 4 vehicles, so if you have a lot of Tier 4 vehicles, you get in there, you can play, you die, come back, reload it again with another vehicle, play it again, die, win, whatever it is, and you can keep playing it over and over and over again for the next hour and 2 minutes. Now with River Point, this is a Tier 10 battle for River Point. It actually closes in 2 minutes. So if you were to want to get into a match and you had a Tier 10 vehicle from all the vehicles on the test server and you wanted to go to that M1A3, XM1A3, then you could get in it and get into River Point here and play it. It's Tier 10 battle. So the teams are 5 versus 5. You have the opportunity to play with your friends, again, in a team battle, or solo, where you're just put into a team with other players. And there's no excuse. You've got every vehicle in the game, so you can play every tier map here. And what happens when you play this is you get prestige points and prestige levels. Prestige points are basically the same thing as reputation. These prestige levels are at the end of the season. You'll sort of see what level you've reached, and the way you get to different levels is by the prestige points. So every time you play a game, win or lose, you get some prestige points. The higher the tier, the more prestige you get for winning and for losing. The lower the tier, the lower number of prestige points you get. But as you play, you will accumulate these prestige points. As you reach certain numbers of those, 160, 200, 220, whatever the numbers are, you move up in prestige levels. And at the end of the season, when it's all over, you'll sort of see how many prestige points you've earned and what level that you're on. The level determines what types of rewards you're eligible for when the season is over. As far as prestige points are concerned, you can earn these by winning matches, by achieving win streak bonuses, like you've won 20 games in a row, you get X number for that, and by breaking win streaks of enemy teams. If you are in a team battle, which is the only way you can break win streaks, if you're in a team battle and there's another team out there and you bust their streak, you get more than they do in the win streak, then you'll get additional prestige points. So I don't have a team. You can only do teams with friends or members of your battalions. If you don't know somebody, you can't go recruit them to join your team. They've got to be on your friends list, or they have to be part of your battalion or whatever. And that's one thing I think is neat about this game, that because they have times when these battles will open, that gives you, every morning you could literally log in here and see what times the battles are throughout the day and coordinate and schedule with your friends what the deal is. Okay, so you can see that the River Point closed. It'll open again in 22 hours. What's changed now is that Lost Island has popped up at Tier 9, and it will close in 2 hours. So you've got 2 hours to play this Tier 9 Battlefield Lost Island. Anyway, back to my point. So you can get with your friends, and you can figure out, like, hey, everybody gets off work in 7 hours, everybody gets off work. So get a hold of all your buddies and say, look, in 7 hours, we're going to jump in and be able to play Cold Strike, and we'll do it for 2 hours tonight. And that's how you can get your teams organized. And I think that's pretty cool that they sort of do this where you can see everything. Now, bearing in mind the server for this, the public test server for this, whoops, got disconnected. Oh, well, that sucks, doesn't it? The public test server for this is, well, that's a fail. So the public test server, as I was saying, is located in Europe. So there is a bit of a lag for North America, and there are still some bugs in it. So it looks like we're having a failure right now trying to connect back into the game. That kind of blows. Right? That did not work. Third time's a charm, guys. Third time's a charm. Let's see what happens. Yeah, not going to work. All right, so well, that kind of sucks. Anyway, I'll tell you more about it. I'll go ahead and put on the replay for the game that I did yesterday. It was a Tier 6 match in the VBL. It was my first time fighting, and anyway, I'll go ahead and put that on. And while that game is playing, I'll talk to you a little bit more about what the deal is behind this and what their plans are for the future. So stick around for that, and we'll get to it. Hey everybody, this is Tanks for the Mammeries, and we are playing Armored Warfare. We're in the public test server for the new Lords of War version of the game, and I've never played it before. I literally just got on, just downloaded the public test server and got into the Lords of War thing. And what I'm seeing here on this is when you go up to the top here to do the different modes, Lords of War is one of the modes that you can pick. There's PvP, Lord of War, and Custom Match. And it pulls you up to this screen. You're going to need to have a vehicle in the proper tier. If you download the public test server, you will have a vehicle the proper tier. And it shows you which ones are open right now. And there were 2 that were available in Tier 6. I just, or Tier 6 and Tier 9, so just grabbed a Tier 6, grabbed the VBL, and jumped right in. So once you pull up the one that you can go into with your chosen vehicle, it gives you the option to queue or to close it out, and I hit queue, and we are now joining the match. So there's a little bit of a wait, but we're in it now, and it is a Tier 6 match. There are 11 light tanks, 8 TDs, artillery, heavy tanks, that sort of thing. So let's just see what happens here. So we're going into the match now, and again, never done this. It's brand new. We have to capture the control point or eliminate the enemy team. So here we are. And I have no idea what's loaded in my vehicle. I have no idea who my crew is, anything like that. I literally just jumped straight into this thing. So after this match, we will well, she's saying all kinds of stuff, isn't she? Looks like we've got one more tank than they do, but they've got artillery and we don't, so let's see what I can do to scout some things out here without getting killed. Alright, so as I've mentioned, Lords of War is a new PvP mode introduced into Armored Warfare. It's available on the public test server, as you'll see right here. You can go online to find out more about the basics of it, but this, again, as I mentioned previously, is Season 0. It's considered to be a test season, and it's only accessed on the public test server. The public test server is located in Europe, and as we've seen, there are certainly some bugs with it and some failures to connect, that sort of stuff. Players in North America will probably see a little bit of lag. I'm on a fiber optic connection, and I did still see a little bit of lag. Despite their best efforts, there are going to be some bugs, and so we just need to be aware of that and be careful with it. So the rewards for Season 0 will be handed out on the live server at the end of the test, with the exception of Prestige and the Prestige levels that you earn. Season 0 Prestige and Prestige levels will not carry over into Season 1. You enter it, as I said, by going up and just logging in on the public test server after you've downloaded it onto your computer. There are a couple of different types of rewards that you'll get while you're playing if you continue to play on this. Prestige level rewards and win streak rewards. Prestige is the main progression currency in the Lords of War mode. Much like Reputation, it can only be accumulated, not lost. Prestige is obtained by winning Lords of War matches. The more difficult the opponent, the more prestige you gain. The rewards are separated by prestige levels. In order to unlock the next prestige level and the next reward with it, a certain amount of prestige must be accumulated. That's what I was telling you guys about before. Whatever those levels are, I'm at like 160 now. It's not hard to gain it. You just got to play and win. There are also win streak rewards, which come when you are in team play. But you can get things like loot crates, credits, premium time, exclusive decals, and exclusive titles. Additionally, players can obtain bonus prestige as well as gold, premium time, etc., by winning a win streak reward. These rewards will be further enhanced in upcoming seasons, which will, amongst other things, bring exclusive Lords of War's reward vehicles. You can play this, as I mentioned, both in either team mode or in solo mode. In team mode, as I mentioned, you got to have a team, put it together, invite the players. It's just like platooning, and you pick your battles. As I said, you can pick certain times of the day to play because you know when the maps are coming up at what tiers. And there's some instructions on the website about this, so feel free to check that out on the website. I won't go into too much detail about how to put teams together. It's pretty self-explanatory, frankly. You have to be friends with the people that you want to invite into it. There are no random people that you can pick up at this time. They may do that in the future, but for now, if you want to put a team together, you need to have friends to do it with. Then there are playing solo. So solo players can also play Lords of War. To enter as a solo player, press solo button instead of team button on the mode opening screen. At the next step, select your vehicle based on the requirements of the conflict zone you want to enter. Detailed parameters and requirements in each conflict zone are revealed by moving the mouse cursor over the zone's map, and a new window will appear. Select the zone you wish to enter by clicking the zone's name. Then enter the queue by clicking the queue button. Then you'll get into a 5v5 match like I did. The teams, according to the matches that I've played, the teams are fairly well matched up. They're pretty even. And, oops, sorry about that. Oh, I'm making some noise with the buttons. Anyway, so that's sort of what's happening there. Solo players cannot earn the daily, weekly, and seasonal team win streak rewards because you're not part of a team with friends of yours. You are part of a random team that's been put together that will not be together for the next match. You do not have the opportunity to win the daily, weekly, or seasonal team win streak awards. You can still earn other things and other rewards, and there are no restrictions beyond that for solo players. So, I'm playing solo right now. I just don't know that many people in Armored Warfare, but, it is what it is. The games are fun. I like 5v5. The maps are big enough for that. You got a lot of movement. It's a game of movement and battle that way as opposed to attrition. And it's fun. I think the lighter tier, faster tanks are much more rewarding on these types of maps. Anyway, so this is the battle that I'm in right now. I'll show you another battle I had after this and go from there. So thanks for watching. All right, well, there we go. That's just a 5-on-5 fight there. So let's see what that gives us. What does that do for us?
A few moments later.
We got 59 vehicle reputation. 2 spotted, 1 kill, 1,200 damage. That's a lot of reputation. What do we do? Alright, so while I'm screwing around with my scorecard there, one thing you'll notice is the map is a map of the world with what they call conflict zones. And each conflict zone is a battlefield that has a specific map and tier. Not all conflict zones are available at the same time, and their timers can be seen next to the above-mentioned parameters. To select a combat zone, click on the panel on the map. This will allow you to assemble a group for participation, if you're team playing, or to join in as a solo player. The Lords of War format for Season 0 will be 5 versus 5, meaning that the group for each conflict zone can only contain 5 players per team. This format may change in the future. When the group is assembled and ready, including solo players, each player must confirm their readiness. The group can enter the match for the designated conflict zone by pressing the Q button. The battle plays with the same rules, except for group sizes, other PvP matches, and the results screen, however, will show the amount of prestige gained along with other results. So that's sort of the big deal for this this mode, and you know, it's fun. Again, as I said before, I prefer to have it where it's smaller teams like this. The battlefield is bigger and more fluid, more dynamic. There are some rewards that you can get for this that'll be pretty cool, and some awards you can get for this if you participate. If you put some teams together, like if you've got a battalion or whatever, you got a bunch of friends you want to play with, this is certainly a good match for it. And you can see in this one I'm in the VBL again, doing sort of the same thing, coming up to this side. I am going to get smoked, but you know, that's the way it goes. So I will, you know, just let you guys finish out this match. We do win, and I still do get some prestige, but not near as much as if I'd stayed alive. And you know, not gotten my ass handed to me by this Bradley that's gonna pin me up against the edge of the map there. So fun match, good game mode, I think. I am extremely excited about another game mode that they're going to have coming into this in the near future, where you have mixed elements of PvP and PvE. You can see some of the gameplay promotional footage in my new introduction that's got the pillboxes and some airstrikes that will come down, as well as you know, some of the maps being bigger and newer. Here's where I'm going to get smoked by this Bradley. He's going to pin me up against the wall here, and I'm reloading, and so I don't have the opportunity to shoot back at this guy and get killed right as I get reloaded. So boo for me, yay for him. Anyway, that's kind of my thoughts. I'm excited about, like I said, this mode will be fun, and hopefully we'll bring some more PvP players into the game. Armored Warfare is now at its 1-year anniversary from going into open beta, and they hope that they will be able to bring this game live to the public here in the very near future and start doing a lot of promotion to get more players into the game. As we're seeing on the North American server, it's just not that populated all the time, and I would very much like for this game to succeed and have more people get into playing it. I think with modes like this and with the hybrid PvE PvP mode, it'll be really exciting. I'm looking forward to being able to control PvE vehicles with my team in this new hybrid mode that's going to be coming up in the near future. I'm also excited about this 5v5 game mode here, and can't wait to see what other rewards and awards they bring out for it as the iterations move from this test 0 into seasons 1, 2, 3, and beyond. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like the new intro I created. I'm going to try and cut it down so it's not quite as long, but I do like it. And if you have any questions or comments on the video or the game mode or anything else about the video, please do let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate all the support that I get from you guys, and I will be putting up some more Armored Warfare videos as I play a little bit more here. both on the public test server as well as in the game. So thanks very much for watching. This is Tanks of the Mammeries saying so long, and I will catch you guys in the next one. We'll just let this video play out, and I will see you guys later on. Thanks very much. Take this fucking guy out. Seriously, there's no way this guy's gonna win. He's just being a dick about it now. He's just running. Yeah, that's a good plan. Get up there and stay up there. Oh my god, what a pain in the ass this is. Nice. Finally. Now let's see if we can understand a little bit more this time.